10-minute book review. Wow, 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 wow. We're going to do the same time next summer. I picked this book up really recently. I liked it. It was a romance. Let's get into it. So, under 300 pages if you want a quick romance read. I feel like that's a good thing to note. Very cute, very easy to read. I always read a romance between thrillers because I don't know if you guys noticed a trend. I love murder, but sometimes that's a little too hardcore for me, so I need a little light read. And I literally put this under like fun, flirty romance. Okay. I felt like the book was very predictable, but I found comfort in that, to be frank. When they talk about the love that they have between the two main characters, I felt like that the author really just described that in such a beautifully tragic way.
Tragic?
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Let me get to the story. And then something I learned from the book, I did like to write this one down. To not lose sight of myself and hold on to the carefree part of myself and chase my dreams.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I'm doing right now. Okay, so Sam is the main character and she's going to marry Jack. He checks all the boxes on her list, which, we find out the list doesn't really matter as much. She's going to her family's beach house that they go to every summer. And when she's there, it brings up a lot of painful but sweet memories about her first love named Wyatt, whose family owns the vacation rental right next door. And that's how they met. They met as children. They would play at the beach all summer. They're about a year or two apart. We find out Sam's dad, actually, Wyatt and Sam have a fucking whirlwind romance when they're like 16, 17. She has sex for the first time with him. I know. But they didn't even describe it in detail. I guess because they're teenagers. But, it was sweet. It was, in the treehouse with, blankets. And they loved each other.
I don't know about fucking a tree. That sounds dangerous.
It sounded fun. It was a big enough tree. It had, a roof and shit.
I just think of my tree houses, and they're all pretty janky.
Rich people with vacation homes.
Right.
You know that their shit was like a second bedroom. Okay. They have a whirlwind romance. Then at the end of that summer when they finally get together after years of build-up, we find out that Sam's dad and Wyatt's mom had an affair. Yeah. I know. Wyatt can't cope and basically stops talking to Sam. Just every time he talks to Sam, he's rude to her. He's resentful of her family because her parents are going to therapy and working through it, and then actually her mom gets pregnant with another kid. Whereas his parents get divorced.
The kid's not Wyatt's dad's kid, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they get pregnant.
Oh, so this is after she gets pregnant. They fix it with okay.
Mm-hmm. They fix it with a baby. And it actually works. They actually love this baby. This baby was actually really healthy for Sam. When she was going to NYU and living with her parents in the city, she would help take care of the baby. Take the baby to the Y, go swimming. She loves this child, So Wyatt fucks off, and by the time he's finally ready to talk to Sam again, after straight up ignoring her for a year, I'm sorry, what the fuck? Granted, he's a child. He's 18 at this point. But, damn, bro. You gonna treat her like that? Anyway, she's heartbroken. He finally calls after, a fucking year to talk, and she's like, what the fuck do you want from me? In the end, on bad terms. They haven't talked in years and years and years, and also it takes her years and years and years to get over him. Okay, Sam is visiting. Wyatt is in town. What? They end up kind of hanging out a little bit. Everyone kind of feels bad for Wyatt. They're like, he moved out to LA to chase his dreams of being a musician, but he still just works at a gas station, right? She never Googled him because she was trying to just move on with her life. Turns out this man writes songs for the biggest pop star in the past decade.
Pretty rad.
Yeah, he is an industry legend. People fucking love him.
So it's par for the course to be working at a gas station too.
Right. But something I really didn't like about the book was that we pity, the way it was written was it was pity towards him, and then as soon as we found out that he was wealthy and just humble about it, he was this super viable option. Money equals I'm gonna be with him.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
I didn't like that. I think she was in love with him regardless of how much money he made, and she should have just done that.
Girls gotta eat.
Girl got a job. Sam ends up leaving Jack and her job, and she goes and stays at the beach house to just start getting her shit together. She needs to refocus. And then Eventually, Wyatt and Sam get back together, and that's the whole story. Very predictable. But it was sweet. It was cute. Like I said, like, the way that the love that Sam has for Wyatt when she's talking about this deep, unresolved love. The author does a great job at, like, really, like, tapping into that, like, teenage, horrific love feeling. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
I will give it 3.5 because it was written super well. Although it's a fucking been there, done that trope, you saw everything coming. Beautifully written. Kudos to the author for that. Or the editor, rather. You know, depending on who did it. Good book, would recommend. Thank you for coming to Liz's 10-minute book review. Wow, 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 wow.